Hey, this is Aristotle from Vertical Cube. Welcome to another episode of Warehouse Continuous Improvement. We are going to talk about 8 deadly wastes in warehouses and manufacturing business. So stick around and enjoy this lesson.
Many wastes can occur in your workplace, warehouses, or particularly in the manufacturing process. There are 2 popular acronyms that are used to describe the 8 most commonly identified wastes. The first is TIMWAS and the other is downtime. The elements are essentially the same but with slightly different in terminology and order. This is the initial part of the lesson series of 8 deadly wastes in the workplace. Watch for the individual videos where each element is explained in detail. Let us now understand what these acronyms stand for. And then I will discuss the overview of each element. The first acronym is TIMWAS. T is transportation. I is inventory. M is motion. W is waiting. O is overproduction. Second O is overprocessing. D is defects. S is skills. The second acronym says downtime. D for defects. O for overproduction. W for waiting. N for non-utilization of talent. T for transportation. I for inventory. M for motion. E for extra processing. I will be using the first acronym, TIMWAS. Let me begin with Number 1. Transportation. Most of the time, resources like people, tools, inventory, and final products are moved from one place to another, but no value is added to the product. Unnecessary movement can lead to product damage, wear and tear of equipment, and exhaustion of workers. Example, sending overstocked. Please listen to the word overstock, sending overstocked inventory back to a warehouse or an outlet store location. Second example is inefficient delivery routes. Number 2. Inventory. Having more inventory than needed gives rise to many problems. Oftentimes, warehouses hold additional inventories than they require to sustain a steady flow to meet with sudden customer demands. However, these excessive inventories never add any value for the end customer and end up piling in the warehouses instead. Overstocking causes problems like defects, inefficient capital allocation, and storage costs. Excess inventory caused by overpurchasing or overproducing will cause inventory wastes. Did you know that data entry piling up is also a good example of inventory waste? Number 3. Motion. This refers to the unnecessary movement of goods and employees. In essence, workers' movement should be minimized. In the office setting, putting people who work closely together and ergonomically placing other equipment reduces this kind of waste. Good example of this waste is employees searching for materials, tools, or equipment because of disorganized workspaces. Number 4. Waiting. Products, people and tasks need to be in valuable motion. If this is not happening, then waiting occurs. This can include waiting for responses from other departments in the office setting. Other examples are the waste of time waiting for people, equipment, materials, and information to arrive so that you can do your work. Number 5. Overproduction. It is very tempting to continue purchasing or producing as many products as possible. But purchasing or producing more than the customer or your warehouse needs results in excess inventory. That is why overproduction and inventory are related and hence can be considered wastes. For instance, spare parts that sit unused in a warehouse is a clear result of overproduction and irresponsible purchasing. Number 6. Overprocessing. Doing more than the customer wants, needs, or is willing to pay for is considered overprocessing. It refers to doing more work or having more steps in a product or service than what is required by the customer. For example, multiple approval levels for a small amount of money. Another is extra report information in addition to reports already generated by your software. Number 7. Defects. Defects need to be corrected by working on the product again and again. In some cases, defective products are sent to the scrapyard. For the purpose of rework, additional space, time, logistics, and manpower are required, which leads to a loss in productivity. Good examples of this would be manufactured parts that do not pass inspection, and incorrect data entry, because it requires rework. And last, number 8. Skills or talent. Here the human resources are not properly utilized in the form of people's experience, skills, knowledge, or creativity, where employees are unable to make decisions. Clear examples of this waste are highly skilled employees are doing simple tasks. Another is employee bright ideas for improvement are ignored. Please keep in mind that your ultimate purpose is to spend more of your time creating value for customers by reducing or eliminating these wastes. Value can take the form of finished goods, services, or information, and every effort should be made to eliminate all sorts of wastes. Once again, this is the initial part of the lesson series on 8 deadly wastes. Watch out for individual videos where each waste is discussed in full for better understanding. Please don't forget to type your comment below, hit the like icon, subscribe to our channel, and press the bell button so you will be notified of our weekly videos on warehousing and workplace English lessons.